They did state that note to the employees, the ADA does not protect those who are currently and illegally using drugs, but it does protect recovering addicts who are no longer using drugs illegally and they actually have a prescription for it like this person did. And this is Lala News 3, and thanks for tuning in to another episode. And in this episode, I'll actually be discussing the employee that flunks a drug test but then collects a six-figure payout. Go figure. So, now Lonza America LLC, and that's LONCA. They actually operated a pharmaceutical and medicine manufacturing plant in Tennessee. And it was Lonza who illegally fired a 14-year employee. So the employee, like I mentioned, had been there for 14 years, which is a long time. It's like halfway to retirement, you know what I'm saying? However, they fired him after he'd been there for 14 years, after he tested positive twice, not once, but twice, for a legally controlled substance. Not illegally, but illegally. So, yeah. Now, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC, as we know them as, they said that the employer actually violated the Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA Act. And they went into why. So as far as why, the T is as such. So, after the test, Lonza, which is the company, they learned that the employee was actually a recovering opioid addict who was participating in a treatment program and had a legal prescription for opioid medication. Now, usually when they do a drug test, they do ask you for your prescriptions if something does come up. However, he had a prescription, and they were legally prescribed, apparently. So, the EEOC alleged that Lonza, which is the company, improperly forced the employee to, get this, y'all, begin counseling with the clinical psychologist. He had to go to counseling. And they said that they would not let him return to work unless he stopped taking the legally prescribed medication. So not only did he have to go see a psychologist, but he needed to go not make money, I guess, or until he actually was stopped taking it. But he can't stop taking it because it's prescribed. So how could that happen? I don't know. So to end the lawsuit, though, Lonza actually agreed to pay the employee $150,000. And they have to agree as well that it's going to provide ADA-related training. As well, they did state that note to the employees, the ADA does not protect those who are currently and illegally using drugs, but it does protect recovering addicts who are no longer using drugs illegally, and they actually have a prescription for it like this person did. So where they violated was knowing the man, they were aware that he actually had this issue once the test came, that it was positive for opioids. And so they made him still go to a psychologist and not be able to return to work, which is ridiculous. However, he got $150,000 because somebody should have seen and not treated him like however they treated him, which I'm going to let y'all, leave that up to y'all to determine for yourselves. Because, I mean, yeah, even though he's recovering, he has a legal prescription for it, and I know that is generally one of the qualifications for drug testing if a prescription is enforced, and it is in this case. So there should have been no psychologist or me not coming to work or none of that because of that, which is crazy. So, I mean, interesting. But I guess word to the employers out there, like the ADA said, they protect against people who have prescriptions. So don't go around, I guess, firing people or not letting them return to work because they have a prescription. Because apparently it goes all the way up to the EEOC and the Americans with Disabilities Act. So they both own it. So, I mean, and the man got cashed out. But, I mean, it doesn't matter to the company. They have liability insurance anyway, generally at least $500,000. But this is a pharmaceutical company, so I'm sure they have a good $1 million policy. And so it doesn't matter about this $150,000. The insurance will pay the claim and that'll be good to go. However, it still is a claim, which is not good. However, you know. But word to the wise, I mean, that's how they handled it, and that's how it happened with a fine, or with them paying a settlement of $150,000. So, let me know what you guys think about that. And this is Lala News 3. Thanks for tuning in.